Race Spec Esports fans. It's Sturbo here from raceonoz.com, and we are back again on the Formula 1 2019 game on PlayStation 4, of course, and we are here for the Pacific Series Tier 1. We're up to round 9 and coming to you today from Austria, and of course partner in crime is alongside me. Ben, good evening.
Good evening, how are we tonight?
Yes, very well, thank you, and all set for another race and another round of action, plenty we hope, and yeah, we'll see how this all works out for us. But yeah, so we've only got 11 drivers tonight, so yeah, a bit down on numbers, a few people away, and hopefully still get some good racing action. And of course we've got normal championship protagonists here. Of course, Amazing Hour is here, Plevs and Suskas, El Tonki, Zeppi, Billy, of course. You may see a name you don't recognise there in Greedy 2K. That actually is Kaisem, I believe, we are told. And we also have Toadster, Fructose, Banana, Josh and Crossy along for the ride as well. Now we just got one of these silly little audio bugs happening again, so we'll try and get that back as well whilst before qualifying gets underway proper. And yeah, from the Red Bull Ring in Austria we are from. Just bear with us one momento. There we go, that's a little bit better. Okay. It's always weird just watching them with no sound going on. Alright, so we've got an Amazing Hour on his first lap here. And he's come straight out on the soft, so there's no mucking about now. Straight out on the soft tyres. Normally we see him come out on the hardest of all compounds initially and does a lap and then builds up. So straight out now on the soft tyres. Zeppi with the current fastest time of 104.6. This is Amazing Hour's first lap, so I'm not too sure. Oh, he's going very wide there in the final turn. And he goes fastest with the 104.4. We'll see whether or not that time stands with the running wide at the last turn there, but
Plevs now on his time, or qualifying time.
I believe he's setting a time, yes, he is. DRS is open. Hard on the brakes, you see that all four brake discs are glowing already, and it's not even night time. It just shows the extremely high braking required. He goes right out to the ripple strip there. Tries to open up the turn. Really trying to carry as much speed through these turns here by going as wide as possible, using every single bit of the track and more.
He wants to be careful though. He doesn't want to use too much of the track because these stewards will invalidate his lap. He doesn't want to be using too much of the road.
It's the track limits, corner cutting is set quite strict on this in this room, so you can be found to, as we've seen in previous races, we've found corner cutting penalties have been applied quite a plenty and have ended up affecting race results. So Plebs has gone 4th, fastest one at 4.8. So we've got the top 5 drivers covered by just under half a second. Because this is one of the shortest laps on the calendar.
So the top 5, as you said, are only separated by about a half a second. So the top 5 are closely matched at the first stage of qualifying, but as more drivers do more laps on the track gets more rubbing in, cars will start to get faster and faster.
Okay, so we've got Todster on a hot lap now. It's on his second run. Oh, he's got the tail out a little bit there on the exit. Might cost him some time. He's trying to get a bit of the draft there. He left it right until the last minute to pull out.
Trying to use as much of that switch trim as he possibly can. Maybe he left a little too close.
Chucks there in the turn there. Sorry, I don't remember the turn numbers, that's all good. So he's there or thereabouts, but he still needs to find a little bit of time if he wants to improve. Can he do anything in the final section? Cool, he's thrown that in there. Nice exit.
He
does improve, but stays 6th.
Oh,
we've so Cross has had a bit of an off there. We just sort of missed that. We'll get back going again. And we've got Amazing Hour coming up now to start another flying lap. Let's see what he can do. We're right on board with him.
Foot flat to the floor, heads down into turn 1. Hard braking zone.
Chucks it in there, 4th gear.
Opens DRS. Of course the DRS does help with straight line speed. Another hard
brakes, just under that, just past that 100 metre board. Good exit out of the turn there, no wheel spin, no tail waggling. Just about keeping that car straight as a pin. Washes out a little bit past the apex. So I don't think that would have cost him too much time.
See what his sector 2 time is here. And he's up.
He's up only just, but up is up.
And any time you can find out on this track, you will take it.
Is there more time to be found here? He stays within the track limits now.
There you go.
And
oh, he's lost.
Just slightly slower there, so he was just about on par with his pace all the way around there. Just couldn't find a little bit extra in sector 3. Lost about a tenth and a bit.
Now doing Plevs when he's out lap.
Let's see what Plevs can do now. He's about just under 4 tenths behind provisional pole. Let's see what he can do. Can he improve any? In the bright yellow Renault. Down into turn 1. Goes straight across the curbs there. Keeps up the speed through the corner.
See what his sector 1 time is here. He's just
and
up.
He's 1.5 tenths up, so he's found quite a lot of time through that first turn, which is great. It was a good turn 1. That's pretty much where all that time was. And of course, he was able to carry a bit more speed up through that straight.
This is every bit of...
I think this is turn 5. Turn 4, turn 5.
What are the turns?
I can't remember. Maintain the flow through here, and he's lost a little bit of time. Not too much, but he's still over a tenth up. It's about using the curves, but not so much where it unsettles the car. A bit of a slide there on the exit. And he finishes.
Goes P2.
4-5, and he goes P2, so he's found some extra time in the last sector as well. He is only, what's that, 1/10?
Yeah, about a tenth off.
1/10 behind provisional pole.
So he'll definitely be having another crack
Well,
at that.
if we have a close look there, Plevs and Zeppi actually with the exact same time.
Yes.
So I dare say that the game has actually also measuring this to the thousandths or tenths of thousands of a second, because normally the person who sets the exact time first will gain the higher position. Okay, so everyone's... Oh, Crossy has been disqualified from the session.
Yeah,
That's an interesting turn of events there. Not too sure what's happened. Now we'll just watch El Tonki as he goes to lay down another lap, hoping to improve. Oh, and he's got very, very wide at turn one there. That's not going to help. He's up on his previous time, but only just.
That's turn 3, I think, now.
Hard on the brakes. Oh, he's locked up just a bit. He still managed to make the apex. Slightly wide, and he's well up on his previous time. So he's looking to move up the order a bit here. He's starting to get into his rhythm. A little bit conservative in 9 and 10 there. Crosses the line with a 105.4 and he moves up to 8th spot. So he improves by nearly 1.5 seconds. Spilly now on another lap. Less than 5 minutes remaining in the session. And it looks like we were Fructose there with a bit of a spin in turn 4, 5, whatever it is.
Yeah, so with 3.5 minutes remaining in the session.
Rejoins Spilly now as he rounds the final 2 turns.
Ooh,
Oh, no,
he's into the pits.
Oh, there you go. That was a bit of a confusing one, that one. But, distracted there by Spilly with his, Fructose in his spin. That is not a fast lap. Who else have we got here?
Fructose here. Banana Josh. Suskus looks like he was on the medium tyres actually.
So we have I think we're going to have a bit of a last minute dash here. So we've got a car there in the middle of the road for no reason. He's not going again.
Here comes your provisional pole man.
So, Amazing Hour out for his run. Cars now just starting to come out for their final runs.
To stage P7. Here comes Banana Josh now.
Alright, let's go back with Amazing Hour once again. Can he improve on that 104.4? He wasn't able to last time around. He lost a bit of time in that final sector. Trying to get some heat in those tyres. Looks a bit misty out there today. And here we go. Down in turn one, straight across the curbs. Maximise the exit speed to maximise the speed down the straight. Because if you're slow, and he is slightly slower onto sector one once again, goes wide at turn 2, 3. Misses the apex, but usually that doesn't cost too much. He needs to find something here. He's got some traffic up ahead. Will this affect him? And it's not in a place where he wants the traffic. He moves out of the way. Nicely done. But he's slower again. Still 8/100ths of a second behind. It's all in this final sector. Can he find that time to improve? And he crosses the line. And he has a 104.2. He's somehow managed to find 2 or 3 tenths there. Fantastic effort there by Amazing Hour. And he didn't exceed the track limits as well. So that was all in that final sector. So now we're down to the final seconds of qualifying. Can anyone else improve on their time? Oh, Plebs has aborted the lap.
So something's happened.
Okay, and he's not going to have enough time to finish the lap, to start another one. So that, Zeppi crosses the line and he remains third. Greedy is in sixth.
Can Todster
anyone
do
else
anything?
improve? Todster looks like he's slightly up on his time. He's looking to move up or move to the other side of the second row. Take Zeppi's time. Can he do it? He is 1/10 up on his previous time, but he needs about a 10.5. It's all in this third sector. Can he do it now? Penultimate corner, final turn.
Oh,
There's a car in the middle of the road.
That's his teammate.
That's his teammate. Has it affected him? And he's gone.
No, he hasn't.
He's gone second fastest, in fact. He's found a whole heap of time in that third sector. That spun car didn't affect him one little bit. And he's gone from 4th to 2nd. So well done to Todster, and he'll start on the front row of the grid alongside Amazing Hour. Plebs gets shoved back down to 3rd. So I don't know what happened on his final lap there. He might have had a bit of a bad exit on turn 1 and it was all over Red Rover from there. But wow. Last ditch run there from Todster gets him onto second spot. So it was oh, we've got a car in the wall.
That's banana Josh.
I don't know what has happened there, but that's on the main straight there, just after the start-finish line. So, wow, he's got a front tyre that doesn't look quite healthy. So that's a rather interesting place to be. But anyway, he did manage to qualify in 7th position.
So your top 3 after qualifying is Amazing Hour, Todster, and Plebs.
Now, Saskas is trying a different strategy by starting on the medium tyres, but you can see pretty much everyone else just ran the soft tyres as you would probably do so on a short track like this, because you know, is there any point in running a harder compound initially? Because Saskas looks like he retired and Crossy was disqualified. We're not too sure why, and that was not long after he had his little off.
Oh, looks like there's a bit of rain.
We've got a bit of rain about, so we are in for a wet race, peoples. So, let's not talk about the tyres anymore, because that has just been thrown out the window. And it's all going to be similar to, was it
Canada,
Canada, where we had the rain. So it wasn't a lot of rain. And that was in the that was in the qualifying session, not the race, I believe. So
yeah.
this is, I think, the first race that we've had with the wet weather. So
And it looks
this
like
will be quite interesting. Will it get wetter? Will it get drier? And it's all going to be who picks the right tyres at the right time.
I'm just looking back at my notes here, and if my notes are telling me correct, when I can find them,
Everyone is on the intermediate tyres, as you can see.
yes, my notes do say that light rain is forecast for the start of the race, but it will dry up throughout the race.
Okay, so this is going to be interesting. It's all going to be about who makes that decision to go into the slick tyres. 36 lap race.
And we haven't seen any of these drivers in wet conditions yet. So
Not in race conditions anyway. So
No.
Running very close to each other in the wet is going to make it very, very interesting.
it is, and it does it open the door for someone else, or for someone new, to maybe grab that race win from Amazing Hour.
It's also a very good point, yes.
Because if I am correct, there's only been 2 other drivers to win.
Yeah, Todster and James.
Yes.
Your only other race winners this season so far. And as in real life Formula 1, usually the weather can throw a few variables into the mix. And end up with some unexpected results.
Yes,
So
indeed.
will we see real life replicated here?
Will we see Williams not be slow anymore?
So Amazing Hour and Todster on the front row. This getaway is going to be very interesting. So there's low grip.
Turn 1's going to be also very interesting as well. So as all 11 cars now are lining up on the grid.
We have 12 cars actually on the grid, so
someone has joined. Here we go. 3,
Okay.
4, 5 red lights. And away we go.
and it's the start of the race.
And
Amazing Hour.
looks
Todster and Plebs all making a move. Zeppi down the inside of Plebs, but thinks better of it. Plebs around the outside there of Todster.
Gotten the move done, yes.
Yeah, it's got the move done. Everyone else jostling for position further back. 2 Red Bulls there at the back. Greedy and El Tonki fighting for position. And meanwhile,
there's
Todster
contact!
and Zeppi have come
Oh
together.
no!
Oh, he got Todster just got checked up a little bit by Plebs entering the corner,
I don't think Zeppi was ready for that.
and
there's more contact in the back.
Here we go.
There we go.
So Spilly's getting all excited here around the
Banana
outside of
Josh.
Banana Josh,
Oh, he's forced him out wide.
trying to just maximise whatever little grip they
And I
have.
think, Banana Josh has got the move done. So, crazy opening lap. Unfortunately, it hasn't ended the way that Todster wanted his race to start. But F1 has already pulled out a 1.7 second gap to Plebs.
So Todster now trying to make his way back up through the field after that turn 2 incident. This is where Plebs just sort of was a bit slow on the exit, checked Todster up, and Zeppi sort of just ran into the back of him and turned him around. Zippy, of course, managed to Kiko. Doesn't look like he has any damage to his front. Meanwhile, Crossy and Greedy back here at a bit of a wheel bang.
Oh!
Crossy goes out onto the curbs. You don't want to be out there in the wet, that's for sure.
People still seem to be mounting them curbs.
Suskus now is right behind Crossy.
Suskus is making... Oh, no, he's not. He decided against it.
He's a bit all over the place, Suskus, but he wants to make up positions. They're still...
And now we have Crossy all over the back of Greedy.
Crossy now sort of broke free there from...
Does he look to make a move?
Suskus.
No, he doesn't. Oh, and Greedy's gone very wide.
Greedy's just completely missed his braking marker there and let Crossy through the easy way. It looks like we have Fructose in the pits, unfortunately. Unable to take the start of the race. There was that blank grid spot down there at the start, which you could see off in the distance. Meanwhile, Banana Josh now climbing all over the back of Zeppi.
Banana Josh looks to have some pretty good pace at the start of this race. Does he favour the wet conditions?
Because being wet there is no DRS. There will be no DRS assistance at this point in time. Ever so slight dry line, well not a dry line but less wet line I should say, appearing as the cars circulate.
And at the end of lap 3 on the lap 4.
Still have some light rain about though.
So, looks like this, Amazing has already put out a 4.1 second gap. Now he's on to Todson Suskus now.
Todster has moved up now to 8th spot after being all the way back down in 11th. After midway through lap 1. So he's on a bit of a charge, is Todster. He'll be feeling pretty annoyed about having to be where he is. But he could be in a position to take a bit of a risk, take a bit of a gamble, get onto the slicks before anyone else, and he might end up paying off for him. But that's probably a few laps off yet.
The rain's still coming down. And we're not sure what lap the drivers will choose to come in.
If we were in any doubt about Amazing Hour's rain driving credentials, I think he's pretty much put that to bed already. He's nearly 5 seconds ahead of Plevs. So he's basically pulling a second a lap almost. In extra speed. But he's got to keep it on the track. Plevs 2.5 seconds ahead of Zeppi. We've still got Banana Josh behind, so this will be costing him time to get up into behind Plevs. He's got to defend from Banana Josh now.
Banana Josh is all over the back of that Williams. You'll be looking ever so for a mistake by the Williams. Oh, and we have Andre.
He's going off the track there. So this battle here for 3rd and 4th has let Spilly up into the group. He wants a piece of this action as well.
So this is a battle now for 3rd, 4th and 5th. Banana Josh.
Oh, Banana Josh makes him look, but Zeppi's gone wide. Banana Josh nicely done, gets right up the inside.
And he's going to give Spilly a chance now as well.
And he gets in front.
Oh!
Wow. That was a good move. Zeppi just outbraked himself just a little bit. Went quite wide through turn 2.
And now Spilly's all over the back of Zeppi.
Spilly now the inside line.
It's not really an overtaking manoeuvre or spot.
But he makes it work anyway.
Yes, well done. So in the space of 2 corners, Zeppi has lost 2 spots. It's put Banana Josh up into the podium position. So
He's not giving up yet, is Zeppi. He's just positioning himself for a lunge himself. But of course now that we've got Crossy, who's also coming along to join the party.
and it looks like the track is getting drier and drier each lap. There's not a lot of mist coming off those tyres now.
Spray seems to be reducing, and I don't see any rain happening. Let's see if we can see someone on board. And it looks like the rain may have stopped. So, these cars will clear any standing water quite quickly. Foster's made up another spot now. Up in the 7th, he's gone past Greedy, or aka Kaizen. He's 3.5 seconds behind this group up here. We have 4 cars.
And Spilly, so Spilly's actually made a move on Banana Josh for 3rd
Really
spot.
has made a move in Banana Josh and got past him, yeah, just as we're watching that other part there.
Rossi's looking to make a move maybe.
So this could get very, very juicy.
Grady's into the pit. So is he going to put
So
on?
Greedy's into the pit. So is he making that gamble to go into the slicks where you wouldn't think he'd be doing anything else?
And yes, he puts on the hard compound tyres.
Goes for a hard compound tyre.
And here comes Crossy. No.
Banana Josh goes all the way up on
Oh.
the Spilly there. Tries to move up in the brakes, but wasn't quite close enough. Bit of wheel spin there for Crossy on the exit.
Les is 7 seconds behind.
And here
Amazing.
comes Todster. You can see them ahead of himself now. He wants to get back up into that, into those high group positions. High position.
Zeppi is doing everything he can to try and get past Banana Josh. Spilly's
Billy's breaking away a little bit now, but Banana Josh and Zeppi
looking for the
occupy
move.
with each
Here we
other.
go.
Zeppi's going to move down the inside. He's
And
going to
he's
get
done
this
it.
one done.
Nice.
And it looks like Banana Josh
Yes.
peels off into the pits, as
And
does
Billy.
Billy.
So
And
everyone's
Plebs.
going into the pit.
Okay, so it looks like they've pulled the trigger.
And Amazing Hour is on mediums and Plebs is on softs.
Amazing out into the mediums, plays on softs, as Ben has just said. I just repeated everything he just said there, which makes a lot of sense. There are people trying to change their minds what tyres are. Spinning looks like he's gone onto the hards.
And DRS, by the sound of it, has been enabled. So yes.
So DRS has been enabled, so it looks like we have got a dry track. So why these guys haven't pulled in just yet, I don't know. But this could cost them time.
But yeah, everyone's chosen, apart from Plebs and Amazing Hour, everyone has decided to go for the hard tyres.
So let's just see what sort of lap time they're doing here.
You'd almost think that they'd be coming into the pits now. It's just
So
too...
they're 52.9. An amazing hour. Well, we have to do it next lap.
Like,
So you
yes,
can see
they're
there's
coming
no
into the
spray.
pits.
They're in the pit lane entry line now, so they're in. An amazing hour will regain the lead of the race.
And the Plebs 8 seconds behind now. The Plebs is on the softer tyre.
Can he make the soft tyres last? I don't know. He's got 26 laps to do.
That was a long time on those soft tyres.
where do Crossy and Zeppi end up coming out? Looks like 5th and 6th for them. But they'll have a fast charging Toddster coming as well. So let's do a quick lap time comparison. Now they're on their first flying lap after the pit stop. Apologies, there we go, amazing hour, 50.1 into sector 2. And Plevs
and
is a 50.0.
50 flat almost.
So he's slightly fast, but not by much.
So those soft tyres definitely working out for Plevs.
But he needs to find a lot more pace if he wants to get any closer to amazing hour. 1/10 in 2 sectors ain't going to cut the mustard. There we go, 1:12.2 is his lap there. So after the pit stops, looks like everyone's spread out a little bit. As they all concentrate now on trying to bring the car home.
And Race Control have just handed Greedy a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
So we have to assume that'll be for corner cutting or
something like that.
a lot of high speed turns. It is quite easy to do.
Players ever so slightly taking time out of Amazing Hour's gap.
So we are down here to 6.3 seconds now. So his Plev's got some heat into those tyres now. He's finding some extra grip. Amazing how crosses the line. He does a 1:10.9.
What does Plevs do though?
And Plevs
does a 1:10.6.
So he's 3/10 faster. So he's taking little by little gap down to 6.1 seconds now. But it's all about will the tyres last though? And how much longer will he feel the effects of the extra juiciness of these tyres compared to the mediums that Amazing Hours has? Everyone behind them, bar Andre, is actually on a hard tyre, so at some point these guys, 2 front runners, may have to go into tyre conservation mode. Although Plevs may be looking to do a 2-stop if he can't get any closer to Amazing Hour. And he's lost a few tenths again. Amazing Hour does seem to have his measure. In fact, I think if you put squares on his rims, Amazing Hour still find a lot of pace over everybody. So Amazing Hour getting faster and faster, 109.7 now. In fact, that was a 10th faster than the Plevs last lap there, 109.8. So the mediums seem to definitely betting in well for Amazing Hour. They all are faster than these guys, obviously on the hard tyres. Looks like Zeppi has been taken by Toddster now. He's in the 6th spot, so he's ahead of the guy who hit him. So he's got to be relatively happy about that. But still a few positions down on where he was at the start of the race. 1.5 seconds behind Crossy now. It's without out of DRS range, most people, so it's all got to be done by driving hard. So Plebs has just chucked in a 108.7. The fastest lap of the race is Toddster goes very wide there in the penultimate turn. Crossing picks up the penalty. Toddster, you can't quite shake Zeppi though. He will have the benefit of DRS. May have DRS this time around though, or he's not quite at the detection point. No, he's not. Doesn't get the DRS on Crossy, although he's a lot closer. Todster moves around the outside. Todster wasn't having much of it. This battle is far from over. Does it look like? I don't think this must be a bit of a glitch in the game because it's showing green tyres there on Zeppi, but he definitely does have the medium tyres on. He definitely pitted. We saw him into the pits. In fact, they're alternating white and green. That's the weirdest looking thing I've ever seen.
And amazing, just recently, he's just put on the fastest lap of a 1:8 point something. I didn't exactly see what the last two numbers were, but that is what it was.
So it seems to be that Plebs will throw in a fastest lap, gain a bit of time. Crossy now makes a move around the outside of Banana Josh. Nicely done there. And then he in fact will, no, Banana Josh grabs the DRS, so he was ahead just at the detection point. Will he make a move down inside? Crossy locks up, with some contact. Josh, wise move there to back out of that. As I was saying, Pleb seems to move up a bit, but then amazing how then just pumps in another fast lap and just demoralises him. Pleb's dropping back down to 6.7 seconds behind now, so maybe these soft tyres have already started giving up the ghost. Banana Josh and Zeppi have been given penalties. Spilly has managed to break away. A little bit lonely there in third spot. Here we have Plebs now over 7 seconds behind. Amazing hour. So is his run done? He's got to watch out because he does have Spilly. He is 12.5 seconds behind. If the tyres fall off a cliff, well, anything could happen. Looks like we have a car. Yes, we do. That's car off the track there.
It was one of the Red Bulls by the looks of it.
Looked like a McLaren, but I could be wrong. Yeah, that car looks to be... Anyway. Amazing hour. Just continuing on. Plev soldering on now on his soft tyres. Still under 20 laps, just under 20 laps remaining. Still a long way to go. Not even halfway through yet. Still pulling away from Spilly's Plevs. Todster still in 6th position, but he's closed right up now to Banana Josh. This 4-pack of cars still well within the battle range. 3 cars with the DRS now. Who gets the better exit? Who gets the better drive? Banana Josh make a move. He goes to the inside cross. He moves across to try and defend. Well, that was tight.
So it looks like we have a battle going on for 5th, 6th and 7th. And maybe Suskus is in this battle as well.
He looks to be a fair way back there, 13 seconds behind this pack here.
And Plev seems to have opened that gap out to Spilly at about 13.4 seconds.
Yeah, he has done so, but hasn't been able to take it to Amazing Hour. And looks like Banana Josh makes a great move down the inside of turn 2.
It looks like there
on Crossy there.
Could have been a bit of contact there, but might have been the slightest of contact.
Crossy trying to come back now. They've got all his Zippy and Todster getting a bit fruity.
Amazing Hour's just put in the new fastest lap of a 1:7.3. He's just beating his lap time by close to nearly a second. About 17 laps to go. Start of lap 21.
Zeppi's gone massively wide at the final turn. They lost a bit of time out of that.
And Spilly's just been
given a penalty.
It may not affect him since Banana Josh is about 5 seconds.
Oh, Crossy gets him crossed up.
Wow.
He's going to cost him. This will cost him a drive out of the turn, and Todster makes another position.
But what a save from Crossy.
Keeps the car pointed straight though.
It was all kind of sideways, but he manages to keep it on the tarmac.
He'll be fighting Zeppi now.
This is giving Zeppi a great chance to maybe grab...
And Todster's going for another position. In fact, he's made a position
yes, he has.
Banana Josh as well. So in the space of a quarter of a lap, he's made up 2 spots. So that was pretty well done there by Todster. So he's 6.5 seconds behind Spilly.
So considering that he was turned around at lap 1,
he's come right through the field.
Yeah, he has.
Very well.
So
does he have the pace on his teammate to catch him and pass him before the race ends? That's the question we have.
Well, right now, Crossy's looking to make a move on Banana Josh. Let's see if we can try and get it done. Everyone is on 12 lap old tyres, apart from Crossy, Zeppi, Suskas, Eltonki. I think Eltonki's actually retired.
So,
that's
Crossy
contact!
Right at the back there on Banana Josh. Zeppy's got stuck his way through.
And it looks like that.
It's big crash.
Oh no!
Big crash here with Zeppi and Crossy. Go back to the right thing, you stupid computer.
It looks like Zeppi's got a bit of front wing damage. What about Crossy?
Well, the automatic camera put us on a camera that we couldn't really see what happened there, but it saw Crossy actually run off the track, and then there was contact with him and Zeppi. So Zeppi definitely with the front wing damage.
But what about Crossy?
So does he pit? Looks like he is pitting. Yes, he is.
And Crossy as well.
Crossy has pitted as well.
It looks like he's missing almost his whole front wing there.
He very well could be. We'll see how this pans out. So this is not good news for these guys.
Front wing change indeed.
Front wing change for him.
So he'll be going the race distance. He'll be going to the end of the race on this set.
Front wing change for him.
And Zeppi gets held from
so they come back out both on fresh medium tyres. So this promoted Suskas up in the 6th spot, so they've only lost 1 spot each. Banana Josh seemed to get out of that okay. He sort of got hit going into turn 2 there up the rear by Crossy, which probably
resulted in
his front wing damage. But then it was 3 wide going down that straight, the back straight, and obviously there was a coming together between Zeppi and Crossy, and the rest, as they say, is history. Meanwhile, Plevs is back into the pits now. He's 2-stopping it. Another set of soft tyres. These ones that he had obviously could not last the distance. And he's only come out 3 seconds behind Spilly on these old hard tyres, so I've no doubt he'll be able to reel him in a very short space of time.
Zappi's just been given a 3-second time penalty for multiple corner cutting warnings. So as the race starts to wind down, drivers are starting to get more and more time penalties, which will accumulate to their race time, finishing time.
And it looks like Amazing Hour, he's just taken a free pit stop and put on another set of medium tyres. So he's had the time to do so, the free time to do so.
He's got like a 20-second gap almost.
Without losing any position. It's pretty much a free pit stop, so why not? Put some fresh rubber on, make the car come alive for the final section of the race. So even with that pit stop, he's basically 10 seconds ahead of effective second place, because I think it won't be long. As you can see, Plevs has already closed the gap quite substantially to Spilly in the second spot there. Meanwhile, Todster is continuing his charge through. He's only 5 seconds behind third spot now.
But with Plebs on fresh rubber and Todster on 15-lap old hard tyres, you have to think that that would grow and grow and grow. It's almost at 6 seconds now. Lap 26 of 36, and Plebs sets a new fastest lap of a 106.7. So those hard tyres are definitely, oh sorry, not hard tyres, soft tyres are definitely working for Plebs. He's only 5/10 off now, 7/10 off of Spilly. So can Plebs get past Spilly?
Plebs with the DRS. You'd want to clear Spilly as quickly as possible.
That is the game plan for Plebs.
Not that it'll help him any in catching Amazing Hour, but just for that peace of mind that he doesn't have anything else in front of him to worry about.
Amazing Hour's set in the fastest lap of a 106.784. Oh, and Crossy here now is making a move. No, he's not. Thought about it, but decided against it.
Okay, so it's now showing. So we seem to have a bit of a glitch here. We've got on our timing screens, we've got Zeppi actually on the medium tyres as well, but he's showing on screen with the red soft tyres. So not too sure exactly what's going on there.
Anyway.
No code master.
Plebs can't, by the looks of it, Plebs can't get past Spilly.
Well, this is interesting. I don't want to really leave this actually. We could see a bit of a move coming up. We'll stay with them for the time being. Closing. Zeppi moves across the defender inside. Can't quite get up there close enough.
Well, Zeppi goes on the grass there. Is he going to make a dive bomb? No, he doesn't.
Plebs doesn't quite seem able to get this bit of tail. I might have to eat my hat here. Now 4 laps into this stint, and I think he may again lose that extra juiciness of the tyres before he can use it to good effect. Back to Crossy and Zeppi.
Well, Crossy got a better exit than Zeffy.
Okay, he's got a good exit now. He's closing already. He'll get past here.
Yes, he will. Nicely done. As we join the chopper cam view now.
Oh, he's got a little bit of a brake lock up there, went a bit wide. Manages to hold Zeppi off.
Oh, Pless has been given a 3-second time penalty. So that is...
3-second time penalty for Plevs, so...
That's just thrown his third place away. So Pless will be kicking himself, and he's right behind Billy as well.
He's closed up a bit here, so he's going to need to pass and clear, pull a gap if he wants to maintain his position. Amazing how he's extended the gap again out to 13.5 seconds. Just extraordinary pace. Less than 10 laps remaining. Time to get a move on. Much smoother run through the turns there from Plevs. He had DRS down the straight as well. I think he'll get this one done now. And he does.
So, but now he needs to pull
So
out.
now it's head down, foot flat to the floor, and he needs to build a gap to negate any penalties that he might have accrued. These hard tyres on these guys, 20 laps old. Hodgster's gotten himself back in the 4th spot. He's 8.3 seconds behind his teammate. Spilly does a 108.7 and Todster does a 108.7. It's almost identical times by the two teammates.
So no one is giving an inch here.
Crossy now has caught up the Suskas. He wants to break back into the top 6. Let's see what he can do. It's all about the exit of turn 1. He's got a good run. Moves to the inside. Who's deep on the brakes? Suskas tries to hang around the outside but can't quite stay. Crossy moves into 6th position. He now has Zeppi all over the back of him, the Suskas. Because he's got the 21 lap old hard tyres, he's fighting against the 2 cars with the mediums. Patient, pick his spot. He will get the move. He just and he's touched Suskas there. Absolutely gone flying off the track. But it looks like he's managed to keep it. Holy dooly, how did he save that? Wow. I was just saying how Zeppi needed to be patient. And he wasn't quite patient enough, but luckily for Suskas, he managed to keep the car relatively on track. Luckily the big runoff area there, otherwise that would have been race over for Suskas. The rate of speed that he went off the track there.
He just went flying.
Fully sideways drift mode.
that would have raised Suscuss's heart rate up a bit. As he was
I'm sure he
full
would have
sideways.
had quite a valid reason to refer that to the stewards.
Yeah, stewards will definitely be looking into that one. No doubt about that.
So with 5 laps remaining, of this round 9 Grand Prix of the Tier 1 Pacific Series.
Best of the best as we got here.
And Zeppi has made a move there on Crossy around the outside. I think he sort of caught Crossy napping a little bit there.
So with 4 laps to go, Crossy's trying to make a move on Zeppi for P6. Zeppi has had a couple of incidents in the race already. Sent Suscuss flying. He's turned Podster around, so Stuart's going to have a look at all those incidents.
I think we're going to see a repeat of the last round or two where final positions get determined by who's got the least amount of penalties.
I don't think Crossy's got a penalty yet this race. We'll have to wait and see. He's got DRS now. It's feeling on the Zeppi on the medium tyres as the game is showing softs.
Meanwhile, Plebs has opened up a 5-second gap to third.
So he has managed to get that gap out, so he's safely in second for now.
If that was his only penalty, we're not 100% sure at the moment. The full 17 seconds behind, amazing out. 17 seconds around a track with only a minute, just over a minute lap time is pretty amazing.
And Crossy has had a massive slide.
Yeah, recatch that one.
So he's now lost a heap of time. About nearly 8 tenths off Zeppi. But as we know, Crossy will not give up until the final lap. So there's only about 3 laps to go.
3 laps remaining. For all these guys now. 3.5 minutes of racing remaining.
Amazing, I've just opened that gap up now to about 18.2 seconds. No one knows how he does it, but he does.
Crossy was able to close right up under brakes there, but just didn't quite get the drive, but he's got the DRS.
Oh, he's not going to make a move.
Still just a bit too far back. Zeppi was able to pull away on his exit.
And Zeppi and Crossy are on the same tyres, and they were about the same. They've got the same tyre age, is what I'm trying to say.
That's right, they pitted exactly the same time. Nose to tail they were. Both had to replace front wings. Trying to get the slipstream. A little bit closer.
He'll be looking to make a move into this corner, into the turn. Oh, he backs off a bit.
He pulled out of the slipstream there, and the DRS slats. Zeppi still again managed to get a good exit out of the turn. Crossy seems to get a bit of rear instability, and it drives him across the other side of the track.
So with 1 lap to go.
We're on their penultimate lap now.
And the Pez is open to. So as it stands, there's going to be about a 6/10 gap from Plez to Spilly.
Oh yes, Plebs has lost a bit of time there to Spilly. Meanwhile, Amazing Hour comes up to the final two turns. An Amazing Hour has taken yet another victory.
By 20 seconds.
By 20 seconds over Plebs provisionally at the moment. We shall see where he does finish. It's 3.5 seconds ahead of Spilly at the moment. There are a few penalties to come into play. There is
does
Plebs,
finish second.
and Spilly crosses the line and stays
Yes,
third.
nice job.
Todster in fourth
So well done to Plebs.
is right about now.
And
And then we have Banana Josh coming across as well.
he'll stay fifth.
And then next group will be Zeppy and Crossy. Crossy looks like he's had to drop right back off Zeppy there. He's obviously had a bit of an incident trying to go for the pass on the last lap.
But no, Crossy finishes sixth.
But Crossy
also
takes the position with less penalties.
And Suskas also moves past Zeppy as well.
Well, there we have it. So Zeppy does end up with
Oh, and he
more.
gets rear-ended as well after the race.
So we did see Zeppy's name come up every so often with penalties, so that definitely again played against him, and he loses his finishing positions.
But here is your podium. Amazing Hour, Plebs, and I believe
Spilly.
Spilly, yes, thank you. So,
There we have it, folks, round 9. The Austria Grand Prix
in Austria,
for the Race Spec Esports Pacific Series
Tier 1.
with F1 2019 PS4 Championship.
Well done to your podium, and well done to all drivers who raced today. The start of the race was a wet race, and then moved on. So the
There we have it. So we can see there Plebs had the penalty. And
Spilly also had a penalty as
most
well.
drivers did have at least one penalty, and Zeppy there 4 penalties, which cost him those 2 positions.
Wow.
So 12-second time penalty in total. That's where he lost those 2 positions. Suskas with no penalties. In fact, one of the only drivers with no penalties, him and Amazing Hour. So well done
Yes.
to those 2.
Kept them clean all race, and obviously that has paid off. So, yeah.
And so there we have it. Once again, all done and dusted.
Well,
So
this
Amazing
round.
Hour just runs away with the championship again, and I dare say Plebs will be pleased with that second spot. That should improve his position as well,
Yes, indeed.
and in the total standings.
So
I
just
mean, well, that is that for this week.
just
And,
before we sign off, driver of the day.
they all did pretty well considering the wet start there. There wasn't too much drama. But I would have to just say, why not Amazing Hour? Because he is just amazing and just drove away with the race.
Yes.
So, alright, this is Disturbo from RaceOnOz.com and alongside Benjamin.
Thanks all.
And we shall see you again next week. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
Bye now.